Basically, in my opinion, it sounded like he acted like it was all my fault, which this is something that Mark knows that I have been trying to get through and deal with for the last, almost year, is knowing that it wasn't my fault, because in my own head, I still think it's my fault. So when I heard that TikTok live where Mark came on and completely bashed me, it fucked me up.
Well, he dismissed you.
It fucked me up because, like I said, I've been trying to get over this, and I have not been able to get over it because I've not been able to talk about it. And so I got very upset the other night. I was in the car and I was a fucking crying ass mess. And I yelled at Matt. I took it out on him because sometimes, you take things out on people you love the most. I have not dealt with this situation in my own head yet. I haven't even talked to my counselor. I haven't even talked to my counselor about it.
First off, the argument was over you saying it probably was my fault. So let's to tell the whole thing, hon.
Well, right, because I was saying it was my fault. It was after I watched what Mark said, I was
maybe it was my fault.
I was like, this situation was my fault. Like, even though everybody's trying to convince me that it's not my fault, like, this guy he didn't tell the truth. His ass hard as I fucking could.
But
so, which I knew that was gonna fucking happen, but Misty chose Mark. And then Misty had enough nerve to call us 3 days ago when we were on vacation, 2 days ago, and say we were on our way to St. Augustine, and she calls the phone, and I'm sitting here, and this is the night after Matt and I got into a fight because I was upset about Mark coming on live and saying that.
And it's on here.
Yeah. So Misty literally calls us and says, Matt, hey Matt, what's going on? I'm in the car, I'm listening, right? Because he had the Bluetooth hooked to the car. And he's like, we're just headed to St. Augustine. And she's like, well, I want to talk to you about something. Like, I really don't like, I had to hold Mark all night because he was crying because he's terrified that Christina's going to show the pictures and share the police report. And he cried all night and I had to hold him. And I just think it's so wrong. And it's like, so
after she saw the pictures.
After she saw, and Matt's like, well, did that not happen? And she was like, I had to hold him all night while he cried. And I spoke up and I was like, who held me all night when I was in a fucking hospital by myself, bleeding from the fucking head?
Well, you can show my.
Who held me all night?
You can show my followers the pictures too.
Who held me all night?
Yeah, this traffic is ridiculous.
And for you guys to sit here and talk shit and act like this shit was my fault, shame on every fucking one of you.
There's no reason to put your hands on a woman, dude.
Shame on every one of you. So this is my fault. That's my fault. How is that a woman's fault? Do you see my shirt was tore? If he simply just threw me on the ground, why is my shirt tore?
No, pushed you. He pushed you.
So he told you guys he just pushed me on the ground. He bashed my fucking head into the concrete and punched me. Okay? So how is that my fault? How is that my fucking fault, you guys? How is that my fucking fault? Fucking how dare every one of you on here saying that that's my fault? Because I think it's my fault. I do, because I'm a fucking in the victim mind state still.
Stop that right now.
So I'm trying to get over the fact of that it's not my fault. Okay, but I have nobody to fucking talk to because nobody knew. But now the world's gonna know because Mark wanted to share shit. So there you go. So this is my fault, according to all of you motherfuckers on TikTok. This right here is my fault. Because I flirted with somebody's friend, so I deserve to get my head bashed into the concrete and drug on the fucking ground. Because I flirted with your best friend. That's my fault? Dude, each and every one of you for saying that, y'all are fucking sick fucks. That's my fault. Yep, make sure you share that all over the internet. And as soon as I get home, I'll read you the police report verbatim, word for word.
And I can't, and that's why you guys want to know?
They're saying,
no.
Yes, it is your fault. Yes, you deserved
Wow.
it. Yes, it's your fault. You need help.
Yeah.
Yes, his best friend. That's sick of you. It's okay to flirt with his best friend. He was my side piece. We're swingers. Mark knew that me and his best friend had a relationship. We were fucking each other. Okay? Mark had a side piece that he was fucking too. We are swingers.
There's no reason to fucking attempt to.
All of you guys for saying that it's my fault, you all should be ashamed of your... I bit him because he took my phone, he threw it on the fucking ground and then started punching me. And then started bashing my head into the concrete, so I bit him to leave me alone because he was choking me. So I bit him. So he has a little bite mark. And that's my fault? Fuck you guys for saying that.
You can't defend yourself? That's good.
He did have a side piece, and if you want to know, I will fucking get his side piece to come on here and talk about it.
There you go.
Okay? Thank you guys for saying it's not my fault. But for those of you that are saying that it was my fault,
you should go hang yourself.
Someone just said he should have done way worse.
Oh, wow.
He did punch me. Yes, he did punch me. He punched me, choked me, and bashed my head into the concrete and dragged me down the fucking road. And guess what? There's a 911 call, you guys. There's a 911 call from a witness who saw exactly what happened, who talked about it. Would you like me to release that too? You deserved every bit of it.
Don't read those comments.
You abused him too.
Okay. Oh, that justifies it?
You should go hang yourself.
Yeah, you go hang yourself.
Receipts.
Bitch.
Amber Heard.
Oh yeah. Don't read those. Stop reading those. Thanks for victimizing a victim, you fucking clowns. Stop reading the comments, please.
I will. Typical narcissist.
Oh wow. Wow. Well. And I can't be...
No, the weekend before he had beat my ass, okay? And that's why when the cops took pictures of me in the hospital, they were like, where are these old bruises from? I was like, oh, that was last weekend when we got kicked out of the campground in Traverse City. Literally kicked out of the campground. It's the way I'm going about it. You guys, he's the one that came on here and fucking said this shit. That's why I spiraled 3 nights ago, because I saw somebody sent me a screen recording of Mark basically acting like the victim and like this whole thing was my fault. When I'm trying to get over the fact that it's not my fucking fault. It's never a woman's fault. When the police, the doctors, and the social worker at the hospital, I told them what I did.
Don't read the negative comments.